The Philippines just made a move that changed the South China Sea. Two warships, one clear warning. For decades, Southeast Asia's seas have been a hotspot for power struggles, trade routes, and military strategy. And nowhere is that more intense than the South China Sea, or as Filipinos call it, the West Philippine Sea. As tensions rise and alliances shift, one move has grabbed serious attention. The Philippines is upgrading its navy. In late 2025, Manila signed a major defense deal with South Korea's HD Hyundai Heavy Industries. The agreement? Two new modern guided missile frigates for the Philippine Navy. This isn't just a one-off purchase, it's part of a long-term plan to modernize the country's defenses and strengthen its presence at sea. You may have seen headlines calling it an $18 billion frigate deal, but that's misleading. The actual contract is worth about 34 billion pesos, or roughly $585 million. And that doesn't even include weapon systems yet. Bottom line, this deal builds on earlier naval upgrades and signals one clear message. The Philippines is getting serious about defending its waters. For a long time, the Philippine Navy lagged behind its neighbors. Years of tight budgets and low defense spending meant the fleet relied on aging ships, some dating back to World War II. That's changed. Over the past decade, Manila made a clear pivot. The focus shifted to protecting its vast maritime zone, responding to territorial disputes, and working more closely with allied navies. At the center of that shift? Modern frigates. These are multi-role warships built for long patrols, air and surface defense, anti-submarine warfare, and joint operations. In short, they're made for today's kind of maritime conflict. In May 2025, the BRP Miguel Malvar entered active service. Built by HD Hyundai Heavy Industries in South Korea, it marked a major milestone. Just months later in December, the BRP Diego Silang followed. These ships aren't just symbolic. They're among the most advanced vessels ever to sail under the Philippine flag. With modern combat systems, vertical launch missile cells, and advanced sensors, these frigates dramatically expand the Navy's reach and its deterrence. And it doesn't stop there. With support from longtime partner South Korea, the Philippines is also expanding the rest of its fleet. Offshore patrol vessels, corvettes, helicopters, and new sensor networks. Together, they add fresh layers of maritime power across the archipelago. But this naval buildup can't be separated from the bigger picture. The South China Sea is one of the most valuable regions on the planet, carrying trillions of dollars in global trade, rich fishing grounds, and massive untapped energy resources. And that's exactly why what the Philippines is doing now matters more than ever. In the South China Sea, sovereignty claims overlap and collide. China claims nearly the entire sea through its so-called nine-dash line, a claim that cuts deep into the exclusive economic zones of the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and even Indonesia. That's not just a legal dispute. It's playing out on the water. In recent years, Philippine ships have faced repeated encounters with Chinese Coast Guard and naval vessels. What starts as diplomatic tension can quickly turn into dangerous standoffs at sea. This is where the new frigates matter. In a crowded and contested environment, modern warships give Manila the ability to patrol its waters, assert its rights, and operate alongside allies, without automatically escalating the situation. Defense analysts point out something important. A smaller navy doesn't need massive numbers. It needs credible ships. The right platforms raise deterrence while keeping tensions in check. These capabilities also give the Philippines more weight at the negotiating table. During joint exercises, security talks, and bilateral defense cooperation. And for both Manila and Seoul, this deal is about more than buying ships. Philippine defense officials see the frigates as a long-term investment in national security and strategic independence. They're expected to play a central role in future joint patrols and multinational exercises. From South Korea's side, the partnership runs deep. Hyundai Heavy Industries has already delivered multiple classes of vessels and is now a key pillar of the Philippines' maritime modernization. But beyond the hardware, this cooperation sends a bigger signal. It reflects shared interests in keeping sea lanes open, enforcing maritime rules, and supporting a rules-based order. Goals that align closely with the wider Indo-Pacific strategy. Even as it upgrades its navy, the Philippines is pushing hard on diplomacy. Manila has repeatedly stressed that dialogue remains central to its South China Sea strategy. That includes working with regional neighbors and supporting Asian-led efforts to finalize a code of conduct for the disputed waters. In May 2025, the Philippines signaled openness to diplomatic arrangements with Beijing, as long as they help reduce tensions and prevent misunderstandings at sea. At the same time, Manila has been clear about one thing: long-standing disputes still need to be addressed through negotiations, through multilateral talks, and through confidence-building measures that lower the risk of conflict. This diplomatic track runs alongside a growing web of defense partnerships. Joint maritime exercises with the United States, Australia, Canada, and India have become more frequent and more complex. The goal isn't provocation, it's interoperability, coordination, and collective security. And this is all happening as the Indo-Pacific enters a period of major strategic change. Countries across the region are strengthening defenses, reinforcing alliances, and rethinking how they protect their interests at sea. In that shifting landscape, the Philippines is no longer sitting on the sidelines. Once seen as a reactive player, Manila is now stepping forward, actively shaping the future of maritime security in one of the world's most contested waters. The latest frigate deal and the steady arrival of modern warships sends a clear message. The Philippines is using both technology and partnerships to secure its seas. Analysts say these upgrades could reshape the regional naval balance, filling gaps that once left Manila exposed. But Philippine leaders know ships alone don't guarantee security. Training matters. Logistics matter. Long-term sustainment and national resilience matter just as much as hardware. That's why diplomacy remains front and center, reducing the risk of miscalculation while keeping regional channels open. As the BRP Miguel Malvar and BRP Diego Silang patrol Philippine waters, they represent more than steel and sensors. They signal renewed confidence and a firm commitment to defending national interests. And this is just the beginning. With more frigates on the way, the Philippine Navy is charting a future where it can maintain presence, support multinational cooperation, and defend sovereign rights with far greater confidence, even as regional power dynamics continue to shift. This isn't just a procurement story, it's a strategic reset, a moment where smaller states assert agency, partnerships deepen, and the oceans become spaces of both competition and cooperation. In the end, the expanding frigate fleet marks a turning point. By pairing modern naval power with diplomacy and strong alliances, the Philippines is stepping up, not as a bystander in great power rivalry, but as an active shaper of stability in the South China Sea.